welcome to my channel. Welcome to another video. Today's video is going to be kind of a fun one. I have a special guest. His name is Alex, a very dear friend, and we share the same roof. We share the same kitchen. Yes, he's my roommate. Welcome.
Hi.
Look at this, Queen.
Hello. I'm so excited to be on your channel.
I know, finally. You did see a glimpse of him when we did our cooking, our fast cooking. He was at the table eating, but he didn't say anything, so.
Little glimpse. But I'm here now. We're gonna do a whole video today.
It's gonna be, he's actually a fellow YouTuber as well.
Yes.
Plug your channel, Wadsworth.
Something like that.
Yeah, I mean,
Wadsworth.
it's been a while since he made a video, but he should start up again, so.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. So what are we doing today, T?
Well, drinking tea.
Drinking tea, first of all.
You're just gonna watch me. Well, I have this idea of just spilling our most embarrassing moments. So I was trying to think, because the older you get, the less embarrassed you seem to or you care about things less the older you get. Regardless, we all get embarrassed still. I mean, yeah, I was thinking, I'm like, yeah, maybe I did have a couple of good stories. So that's what we're gonna do today.
Awesome.
And hopefully Reed doesn't knock over the lighting.
He's going crazy.
I know, should I kennel him? Reed? All right, hang on. Okay, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Absolutely. Well, my name is Alex.
Hi, Alex.
23 years young.
AA meeting.
Hi, Alex. I deliver pizzas for a living. It's a wonderful, wonderful gig. It's kind of ridiculous, but the cheddar is worth it. The cheddar is worth it. I don't know what else. I grew up in a small town. I live in the cities now. Lived in Chicago for a little bit. Just vibing through my life. It's kind of fun. Come vibe with me on my channel.
Yeah, he's the coolest. Alex is the coolest. I feel pretty blessed to have him as a roommate.
Aw, bless. I don't know what else they need to know about me. I graduated with a 4.0 GPA, but I'm dumb as shit. I don't know if you can bleep it out, right? Dumb as beep.
That's more editing you're making me do.
Oh no, we're putting to work today.
And he likes to have fun with his hair, as do I.
I love hair color.
I'm digging this.
Oh, we just got our hair recently done.
Oh yeah, this is the first time they're seeing this. I decided to just go all the way, chop it off, and go white blonde. I'm digging it. I love it so much.
For real.
Oh, I think I'm gonna keep this for a while, because I was trying to get a purpley silver, but last time,
I like the platinum.
you know, yeah, I like to change it up, but yeah.
But that's a little bit about me.
I love it.
Yes. Thank you for welcoming me to your channel.
Oh, of course. All right, on to the stories. On to the juicy stories. And we're back. The pup is kennelled, so we have peace and quiet.
So, embarrassing stories?
Yes.
Yeah, I can start.
Okay.
Let me see. So, my story begins at a place that used to be near and dear to me, Camp Chaminade. It's where I worked for 5-6 years, tons of summers. But they used to have these fall events and these winter events, and the staff would come back from the summer and they would help out with these events. So I was one of the staff, and it was kind of like a brisk, chilly morning. They had put me on archery for the morning. So our dining hall was down on the base of the hill and the archery was at the top. So I got some tea. In the morning, and I think I was running super short on time, so that's all I had. So I had an empty stomach. I was just drinking this tea, and it was a peach tea, and I added this creamer to it, peaches and cream tea.
Oh, that's cute.
And it was kind of good, and I've definitely had it before, but I don't know why. Let me keep going. So I had this peach and cream tea, and I started walking up the hill sipping it, and I passed the office, I passed some of the cabins, got all the way up to archery. It's maybe a 10-minute walk. It was pretty far. And the campers were supposed to be there any second. So I real quick unlocked the archery cabinet, set up all the bows and arrows, had everything set to go for the campers to, come and do their thing. And then I was like, oh my gosh, like I have to like fart really bad. So, you know, I was wearing like these gray short joggers, the ones that I like wore last night to bed. And I was wearing these gray short joggers, and all of a sudden I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna fart. I'm just gonna do it. So I let out like the tiniest little fart, but it turned into a shark.
No!
It was so bad. And that's like not even the most embarrassing thing. I had campers.
And you're in the wilderness.
Yeah, just in the wilderness. Well, like there were like buildings. Like it was a pretty like well-built camp.
Okay.
So like my mind was like, oh my gosh, who do I call? Because I like needed to find the phone number, but I threw away my sheet because I had done these weekends for like, I don't know, I've done these weekends before. So I was like, I don't need anyone's phone number. First mistake. Second mistake, wearing those gray joggers. Cause
they were so thin.
It was just such a mess. So I was like, okay, I need to think about where I'm gonna change.
Wait, did you have a shirt to tie around or anything, like a sweatshirt?
I think I had a flannel, but it was so cold. It was so chilly. So I set my tea down, and I was like, oh my gosh, the campers are gonna come in 10 minutes. Like I can't just have these bows and arrows sitting out. What am I gonna do? So as quickly as I could, because I didn't have anyone to call, I waddled like a penguin for like 5 minutes back to where I was sleeping.
We need a reenactment.
Oh my gosh. I just waddled back to the place where I was sleeping real quick, like threw my poop pants in a bag, tied it up. I was like, I hope no one smells this.
Oh my gosh.
I changed, and then I like sprinted back to archery, and there wasn't anyone there, thank goodness. But I was just so embarrassed. I was like, oh my gosh, I literally pooped myself. And if it would have been like 10, 15 minutes later, it would have been in front of campers. But moral of the story, never trust a fart. Never, ever, ever trust
Always
a fart.
expect the worst. Bravo.
I was so embarrassed, thank you.
I don't think I can. Mine's not a sharding or farting story, so I don't think I can top that. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Should I go?
I wonder if I have anything else. Yeah. Oh, I have one more thing to add.
Okay.
So later the next summer, I was on the island camp that they have, and we had like a group of like 50 campers, like we normally would, and they were all sitting around, and they were all like, all the counselors, tell us your most embarrassing stories. And I was just like, oh, well, mine happened this past fall. And I literally, I literally had like 50 middle schoolers laughing at the fact that I sharted myself. I told that exact same story. It was so embarrassing. Again, like reliving it. Oh my gosh, it was
that's
just
the worst.
so fun.
You have to like relive it. So I guess it's my turn. Most of my embarrassing stories is when I worked in the food industry.
Oh.
And
it's a doozy.
Yeah. Always dropping stuff. Okay, so this one, I worked at Whole Foods, okay? And we have to make big pans of stuff, and I just recently started there, so when you start at a new job, you want to impress them, and like, you know, you should always ask for help, but I thought I could do it all by myself right away. So it was in the morning and I was opening, so there's less people around and there's less, like there's only a couple openers per station. So I was in the taqueria section. For tacos, you have to make, you know, the meat and you have to grate the cheese and all this. They are all in the coolers, so you have to carry the pans to your station. Stupid me, I go in there and there is a bin of ground beef, like the big plastic bins, this deep and this big, like one of those big plastic Tupperware bin thingies.
That's huge.
Oh!
It's gotta be like 30, 40 pounds.
Yeah, and so I'm thinking, I'm like, oh, I'm Superwoman. I'm gonna carry this. I don't need a cart. I don't need any help. Like, you never ever want to interrupt the chefs when they're just. I love Whole Foods. I loved my job, but you
chefs
know,
are a different breed.
Chefs are different.
They're literally from a different planet.
You know. So I wasn't gonna ask them because they were, you know, busy cooking. cooking, opening up their hot bar, and you know, so I'm just waddling and scooching this, trying not to have it touch the floor because that's health violation or code, whatever. So as I'm going, not noticing, I'm spilling and making this trail of meat, and it was like liquid too, so like sloshing and like, oh, it's getting lighter, all right. And I couldn't clean it up right away. Like when I finally noticed, I couldn't like set it. I was already halfway there, so I'm like, I gotta finish this. Nobody helps me because I'm like, I got it, I'll clean it up. And so I finally get it up there, and then I have to, it's like the walk of shame, the meat trail shame, where I have to take all the rags and I'm just like sopping up this meat mess. And that happened a lot of times. There was time where I had to grate the cheese and I didn't have, it was like my first time. It was a huge grating machine and it didn't have the proper bin to go under it. I didn't know you had to put it to catch it. So I'm grating all this cheese and it's just falling on the counter, like falling on the floor, falling everywhere. I'm like, shoot. And then someone's like, you're missing a piece. I'm like, thanks.
So embarrassing.
So yeah, I've embarrassed myself a lot in the food industry and like working in banquets and the big kitchen and the big like.
Oh, I have an embarrassing story.
Shoot, go for it.
Speaking of embarrassing stories in food service, when it comes to banquets or big events, the kitchen I used to work at, we used to have like, it was fine dining, and this one, it was like the most rich family that was sitting in like the corner booth, and you could tell that they were kind of more expensive than everyone else. And I walk over there picking up their plates, you know, just like bussing, and I pick up this one woman's plate and I already have like a stack of 5 in my other hand, and I spill everything on that plate into her purse.
Oh, what? No.
It was absolutely mortifying.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Oh my god.
It was so embarrassing.
Okay, how did she react?
She was just, well, she was like fine
pissed.
with it, and then she was more pissed, and then
Free meal.
she was like fine with it. Yeah, we did something for her.
Comping like someone.
But it was just like, it was like shredded tacos, and it just
Wait a minute, you dumped something in my purse before. You dumped something in my purse before. It was like some sort of food liquid thing.
Everyone, just keep me away from your purses.
Hide your purses.
At this point, hide your purse, hide your wife. I carry backpacks, so I don't. The purses are just not my thing.
I guess not.
Zip it shut. Alex is coming.
I have another story with food industry. I used to do catering to locations. Majestic Oaks. Well, maybe I shouldn't say that. I don't work there anymore. It's okay. I don't work there anymore. But I worked there for 10 years, and I had to go to these business meetings where it was off location. So you had to use your own vehicle to load Schaefer's. Schaefer's are those, the big things with the burners, you know? You had to
hate Schaefer's.
I know, yeah. Oh. And you had to load them all up in your own car. And I had a Volkswagen Beetle at the time. And I'm like, okay. And I had to use my car. Like, I didn't have anyone else. It was like a 5 a.m. Breakfast event. So it was just me and loading, like, I had 3 Schaefer's, and then I had like a bunch of Danishes and rolls and everything. And I remember they were, what did they have? Breakfast? Oh, breakfast tacos. Again, meat.
And now she's a vegan.
This is why I'm kind of traumatized. So, anyways, I spilled a lot in my car, and my car smelled like food for weeks. And when I got there, I mean, it's like I had to cover up, like, yeah, if you run out early, I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. The stupid kitchen, they didn't give you enough food. I spilled it. So, I mean, I think it turned out okay. Like, the Danishes were okay.
Oh my god.
I hated those off-sites.
Especially like traveling in a little bug car with all that food. It's not for me.
Just like stack it up on. Boop. Okay.
Okay, another story. You know how they say it takes less muscles to smile than to frown. There was one time where I was just so exhausted, like so exhausted that I could not stop smiling. It was literally just like this, like just stuck on my face. Like if I tried to frown, I would just get like too tired. Like literally just naturally, I was smiling and
looking like a psychopath.
everyone around me was having like the worst day and I was just like, you guys, I'm so tired right now.
But I bet you brightened other people's days, you know?
I hope so.
So if you ever see someone smiling all the time, they're super tired. Maybe you should be really nice to them.
Yeah, literally. I could snap at any second, but I'm gonna do a big smile on my face. Oh.
No, I can't stop.
I don't know. How do muscles work like that? I don't even know. Muscles
It
are
does.
weird.
Yeah. So what about just neutral?
Put your lips like right in the middle. Neutral. Maybe use like a medium amount because it's in the middle.
Smile with me. Oh, I forgot to ask you guys, please, if you want to share an embarrassing story, please comment in the comments below. I would love to read any embarrassing stories.
And me too.
Yeah, yes. Share. Don't be embarrassed. Don't be embarrassed. It's okay. It's okay.
We're all here to laugh.
We're all human.
At you and you. But mostly at you.
Mostly at you. But we're all human, so don't be ashamed. Don't be scared. Alright. Oh.
Alright, so now everyone, we're gonna be telling our first time getting drunk stories.
You're just gonna take over my channel, yeah.
I'm taking over.
That's alright. I want to chill. This is my day off. This is my week off.
This is also my day off.
Oh, it's your real day off of work, but my day off of making like a serious like video, you know.
Right, you're right. Yeah, this is a fun time.
Yeah, we're just chilling. Okay.
I'm so distracted.
No, I know.
I love it. Oh wait, what was I saying?
Stories.
For legal purposes, we were definitely over 21 in these stories.
Yep. Don't come after us, YouTube.
No, don't come after us. Actually, shut this bitch down.
What?
No, I'm just kidding.
Alright.
She needs
You want to go
life.
first or me? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Me? Yes?
Go first.
Okay, I'll go.
Tell her first time getting drunk story.
Yes. Okay. It was Halloween. I don't remember what I was dressed up at.
What year was it?
Oh. 2000s. Early 2000s for sure. Anyways.
So you know it's gonna be a fun time.
Yeah, so I think I was like a black cat or something. Like, stupid like that. I ordered a Long Island iced tea. And I'm like, oh, a tea? An iced tea? Like, I was thinking Arnold Palmer, you know, like those, you know, I was like, oh, like a fruity drink. And so, little did I know how much alcohol, and this is why I don't drink tequila anymore, because it does something to you. So I drank the iced tea fairly quickly too, and next thing I know, I'm like on the tables dancing. This is embarrassing. Oh gosh. And then I'm like, I remember I went out to the I went out to the street and I'm like, oh, I was like so enthralled with the way concrete felt. I'm like, this feels so good, and I'm crawling on the street, just living it up, enjoying the concrete, like the way that it felt. It was so and then luckily I had a friend with me, and he's like, you know, was watching over me. I was just like crawling in the wilderness, and like the next bar I just crawl in and then I crawl out. I'm just like crawl hopping. It was like, what did they call a pub crawl?
Pub crawl.
Pub crawl, like
Literally
So I kind of stayed away from tequila after that, and I learned what was in a Long Island iced tea. There's a lot of alcohol.
Like iced tea. Yeah, they're just sitting there like,
oh, fun.
like okay.
I mean, it is
That's the tea, right? That's the ice. What's the Long Island part?
Okay, shoot.
First time getting drunk stories. So mine happened in the dead of winter. Actually, no, the life of winter. It was like around Christmas time. And Chicago has this market called the Christkindl Market. And if you've ever been, it's really fun. If not, it's a German-themed whole square. It's just like a couple city blocks. It's like a city block long. And it's really fun. So I was at this guy's house and he was like, do you want a drink? And I was like, oh yeah, sure. I definitely have done that before. So he made me a screwdriver, orange juice vodka, and I had 3 or 4 of them. A girl was toasty. It was not okay.
But you were in a house.
I was like, I like orange juice. Same thing. Like, I like iced tea.
Yeah.
And I was in a house at the start of it.
These aren't your breakfast drinks, no.
But then after like I was just already gone, he was like, do you wanna go shopping with me? I have to find a Christmas present for my sister. And I was like, oh sure. So we went to the Christkindl Market, which was like a train ride away. So we got there, we were walking around, and all of a sudden like there were like hundreds of people there, hundreds. And it was freezing, and I was very drunk, and so I sat down on the bench and people were just spinning everywhere. I like didn't feel nauseous surprisingly,
Wait,
but
you're spinning though.
I was spinning. The spins are the worst, literally. And then he was done shopping maybe like 30 minutes later. It was such a long time, and he was like, I didn't find anything. We gotta go to Macy's. So this is where I blacked out too. He apparently went to Macy's, and I had used I didn't use the bathroom there. He had bought me a water. And I woke up the next day like, where did this water come from? It was a bad first time.
I hate when you don't remember.
But then, as we were walking back to the train, so I could go back to the school that I was attending at the time, I had ran in this alley, and I had peed behind like these trash bins. And out of this restaurant, this like really bigger Mexican dude comes running out with a broom. Like, I kid you not. And he's like, you can't do that here. You can't do that here. As my junk's just like, ow, I'm literally taking a
Well,
whiz.
you've already started. Just finish it. My gosh.
I cut off and I ran for my life. I was kind of terrified because he literally had a broom. He was screaming at me. Middle of winter, yeah. It was just, I got back to school. I passed out, but that was my first time being drunk.
I hope you guys enjoyed our little story time. What?
Where's the button? Let's do an outro. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, is it recording?
Yeah.
Did you push? Okay. So I hope you guys enjoyed our little story time, a little lighter video. I know I was going to talk about my tattoos and the meanings. I still have to do that.
Someday.
I will do that, I promise.
Someday.
I keep saying, okay, in my next video, I'm going to like tell the meanings behind my tattoos and how it helps body acceptance and all that. Blah, blah, blah. I hope you will join me in other videos. What a pleasure.
I got a couple.
Oh, we did a story now. Okay.
Thinking about doing a makeup one.
Yes. So anyways, let us know if you enjoyed this video and what you thought of Amazing Alex. I know it'll all be good. Please take care of yourself and be safe.
Please. And like button.
Yes.
Smash it. Like it.
Subscribe for more and
if you don't like it, would
yes.
you like it? And subscribe.
Yes, and trade your expectations for appreciations.
Always. Love you guys.
Love you.
OMW, on my way to you. Good at what I do. I'm OMW. OMW, on my way to you. Good at what I do. I'm OMW. Watch me walk away, putting myself on display. 1, 2, 3 a day. I'm on my way, on my way. I'ma have you on tiptoes, watching my diamond afterglow. I know you wanna take me home. I'm on my way, on my way.